Welcome back to this Let's Play of the original official campaign for Neverwinter Nights 2. We are here at the final boss, and I have summoned up a real army to just make this as simple as possible. I am going to have sand. Where is sand? There's sand.
I think it is time everyone march behind me,
I guess
your new glorious leader.
I had the persistent haste cast, and I'm actually going to have to cast a couple of basic hastes to haste all my summons, but yeah, we have quite an army here. It's just sort of, you have to scroll down to see it all, including 5 created Greater Undead and a summon 9, but let's get on with it.
This land of its guardian.
Anyway, we're not gonna bother listening to his rants, so we're just gonna kill him.
So be it.
Use your powers from the ritual. If anything can stop him, they can.
And there's a quote-unquote correct way to do this, but it's actually completely unnecessary. You can actually just beat the crap out of him and win that way. It's more maybe a testament to exactly how broken the enchanting system is. But we're both going to try and cast Shadow Simulacrum.
You ain't got a chance.
And I guess maybe Shadow Simulacrum just doesn't work, because it didn't do anything. Either that or I can't cast it on him. Or he died too quickly.
So was that it then? Not what I was expecting.
The King of Shadow's presence still echoes loudly.
The statues!
Oh my.
Let's see what they're made of!
Well, I guess Shadow Simulacrum is just a letdown. It's supposed to work like Last Doppelganger, where it kind of creates a clone of the target, but either that or the target is too high level. But let's take a look at the spell description. Yeah, with cast of more than double the hit dice, so it would have to be essentially a level 40 enemy to be immune. I don't think these guys are level 40, but it's possible that they are.
Hope you're ready for the
There's 3 phases to the final fight here. There's the big single guy, then the lots of weak guys, and once you've killed lots of weak guys, who are dying faster than they can spawn, the last battle actually isn't too bad. But
for every one of them I killed, another got back up! Steel yourselves. This is not over.
My, I thought he was big before, but that was just in my imagination.
The King of Shadows uses the statues to empower himself.
Then the statues must be destroyed to sever his link to them. I believe we have weakened him, so he is now relying on the statues. If we destroy the statues, he will be vulnerable to final defeat.
alright, you don't actually have to destroy the statues to make this work. It just helps you essentially get through. However, killing the statues is sort of inconsistent, so I'm just going to kill them the old-fashioned way. Just beat the crap out of them. And I think they probably were under the delusion that he was strong enough as an enemy that you didn't have to, essentially you couldn't overwhelm his regeneration by just doing this much damage. Right. As you can see, he is getting health. But not fast enough. So much for him. And then we proceed to the worst, well, one of the worst endings in the history of video game. It's even more depressing than A Winner Is You, frankly.
And as the final blow was struck, the King of Shadows, the ancient guardian of Ilfarn, at last was laid to rest. But in his death throes, the power of Ilfarn was released, sending echoing blasts through the Fortress of Shadows. The walls were torn asunder, the stones crashing down upon the valiant heroes and their knight captain. They fled through the twisting corridors of darkness, but to no avail. The stones themselves crashed down around them, sealing them within the fortress. Leagues away, far from the Vale of Myrtleane, the soldiers of Crossroad Keep, still fresh from their battle against the King of Shadows, watched the shadows over the mere drain away into the skies. The victory was theirs, but as for their knight captain, there was no trace, except for the cloak that marked the captain as a knight of Neverwinter. Of the knight captain and the fortress of the enemy, there was nothing else left to mark their passing. And to this day, where they have gone is unknown. In the year following the war against the King of Shadows, Neverwinter quickly recovered, its city watch, Grey Cloaks, and even the many-starred cloaks gaining numerous new recruits. Emboldened by the actions of the Shardbearer, the ranks of the soldiers of Neverwinter swelled, becoming one of the strongest military units in the Sword Coast. This ended up being a boon for the City Watch Captain Brelena, who used her ties to the Shardbearer and Lord of Crossroad Keep to petition for a seat on the Council of Neverwinter. From there, she passed many successful political resolutions that improved diplomatic ties with Waterdeep and the Lord's Alliance. Luskan viewed the events to the south in Neverwinter with some disappointment, hoping that the war against the King of Shadows would weaken their southern neighbor long enough to force their intervention and control of Neverwinter and Crossroad Keep. When Neverwinter triumphed, their only victory was the return of their ambassador, Torio Claven, who after several years of service, revealed that she was an agent of Neverwinter, and her role had allowed her to arrest over a score of Luskan spies who had infiltrated her new home city. Bevel, led by the example of the Shardbearer, became a commander of the Greycloaks in time, finally finding the ability to lead and command. In the aftermath of the Second War of Shadow, he sought tirelessly for his fallen commander, convinced that the Lord of Crossroad Keep had survived. Shortly after the war, Dagon vanished. There were rumors of an elven ranger sighted throughout the lands of Faerun, still searching for the Shardbearer he had lost in battle against the King of Shadows. After the war, a few scattered survivors of West Harbor returned to their home, and with the persistence common to harbormen, slowly rebuilt their destroyed village. They still make their living at the edge of the mere, a testament to their strength and character. The farm of Chandra Jarrow was left abandoned for some time, yet it never fell into disrepair. During the harvest season, the people of Highcliff came to pay their respects to Chandra Jarrow, who was rumored to have fallen in battle against the King of Shadows. Crossroad Keep achieved a new prominence in the coming years after the Second War of Shadow. Bolstered by the example of the Shardbearer, the Lieutenant Kana took over the operations of the keep, and with Vidal in tow, helped restore peace to the region and turn it into a major trade route. Of the Gith Yankee and their Lich Queen, no more was heard. Driven from the Sword Coast by the Shardbearer, it seemed as if the hunters had retreated to their citadels on the astral plane. Even the wisest sages of Faerun know that whoever holds such a blade shall have a long journey ahead of them, both in the realms and beyond. But that is a tale for another time.